that mouth these ideologies, but they are far from practicing it. And I don't want people to believe that mere donning Chief Obafemi Awólọ́wọ̀'s cap is Awoism. Awoism is the principles and the mind. It's not the round-rimmed.
Okay. You've made moves. Such move included going to INEC to register, and we gathered that you gave a bank draft of ₦1 million for registration. What is the state of things now? That particular bank draft was rejected.
It was not rejected.
What happened?
Now, certain policies are being prepared. First, INEC wanted 100,000 naira for registration, but they have since changed that policy, and that policy is not yet official, and they wouldn't take 1 million naira from you if the policy is not still in the making. That's what they did. No child passes an exam, fails an exam unless he or she sits for the exam.
So what's the state of the registration process?
The state of the registration, our letter has been acknowledged by INEC, and we're waiting for this policy to mature, this policy of INEC to become official, and we'll go there to pay our registration, to pay our money and collect the registration form.
Considering the 6 cardinal programs that the UPN stood for as at that time, anybody who hear that the UPN is going to be revived or relaunched should naturally be happy. But, you know, a lot of controversy has trailed the revival of the UPN. Such included the fact that you are backed by some people in government. Who is funding your plans?
Nigerians who have volunteered to be part of the system. And mind you, you said some political platform is already controlling the Southwest. The UPN is registering people from the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital. It's not going to bulge into a corner. All right? We don't want to give it an ethnic coloration like we had in the past. But this time, it's going to be a national political platform. It's going to work for Nigerians. It's going to include Nigerians, market men, market women, drivers, Okada riders, and so on and so forth.
Some of the controversies that trailed that idea of reviving the UPN is the fact that you got a contract of 2 billion naira to safeguard the pipelines. Did you get that contract from the federal government?
I didn't get any contract from the federal government. People were just lying and making bogus propaganda.
Did you bid for it?
We bid for it. We did bid for it November 20th, 2010. That was when we sent in our proposal to the federal government. And for 2 years, the federal government didn't touch our proposal until vandalization of the pipelines became embarrassing to the country, to the government, and even to the NNPC. So they must have dusted our file. They invited me for an interview. I went for the interview. They were so impressed with the interview that they advised. Now, we're still waiting for response awarding the contract. And we're praying that the contract will be awarded to the OPC that has prepared 35,000 members to protect and procure surveillance for the pipelines. Now, 35,000 Nigerians, that would be a big chunk removed from the unemployment statistics. And not only that, 35,000 members of the organization being paid every month. That's a big relief to more than 35,000 families. So why anybody that says it's a Democrat should go against 35,000 Nigerians?
Well, part of the controversy, Dr. Fasehun, is the fact that some even say that you may not have received the money, but in principle, you've gotten the contract.
Well, no letter has been sent to me.
But in words, have you?
No, nobody had discussed with me that we had won that contract. I am praying that we win it, because it will be very... All we have been crying, marginalization, marginalization. What is marginalization? Are we marginalizing ourselves? If we're saying 35,000 people cannot be awarded a Nigerian contract, what is marginalization? And these are characters that
you believe your group can actually safeguard the pipelines, which is very difficult, I mean, at the moment, considering the situation of things for the security operatives in Nigeria.
I think we can. Let the federal government award that contract to us, and pipeline vandalization will go into history within 1 year.
Okay. Part of the controversy that trailed the UPN to revival is the fact that some people, a particular platform, believe that you, in fact, are leading a group of people to destabilize the southwestern state of Nigeria ahead of the 2015 elections. Did you hear about that?
I heard about it. I laughed it off. When ACN removed PDP from the political limelight in the southwest, did ACN destabilize the southwest? If UPN is coming up now, it has not even taken over the government. We are praying that UPN will succeed. Who says Dr. Fasehun will be instrumental to destabilizing Yoruba land? An area of the country I have lived for years, I have fought for, I have struggled for. I think people were just giving excuses to put themselves back in unearned popularity.
There were, in fact, some words from some quarters saying that you have backing from the federal government linking you to PDP, that all these are just for you to distract people from voting for the ACN and the merger group. Do you have allies from the PDP?
I have no allies. I mean, the UPN is just about 3 weeks old, for God's sake. Who is getting jittery? People are getting jittery and formulating bogus propaganda all over the place. We have no allies. We're not yet registered. So there's no way we can sit down with any political grouping to negotiate. We don't have the opportunity to negotiate yet. If it comes, we will take it. But as at now, nobody is discussing with us. And in any case, I am a bona fide Nigerian. I could have joined the PDP if I wanted. If I wanted PDP and I agreed with their ideologies, and I think they were doing well for Nigerians, I could have joined the PDP. Nobody can stop me, but I'm not discussing with PDP. I am not joining PDP. I have decided to be part of this new thing coming up, which Nigerians have been waiting for.
But you will be, I mean, you will want to accommodate the PDP, some of your friends who are in PDP in the future.
Of course.
If you are registered.
If we are registered and they want to come, they're welcome. We will take them with open arms.
Okay, let's go into some of the ideologies and the programs that we knew the UPN for. One of it is the sharing formula of the nation's wealth between the constituent units. Ofafemi Awolowo actually thought the fact that 30 to 40% should be given to the constituent unit, the federal government to take about 40% too, and the local government about 10%. Do you share in this particular ideology too?
Of course I do. That's why I am an Awoist.
So you believe that the federal government takes too much? Do you believe in our the style of federalism we run at the moment?
I think so. The federal government at the center is too powerful. That's not true federalism. True federalism, powerful periphery, weak center. The periphery will explore and exploit their backyard, whatever they can get from there. They sell, they market, and pay prescribed tax to the federal government, to the central government. That is true federalism. Not going cap in hand to Abuja begging the federal government for pittances. No.
What are your views, or what's your view about the PDP-run federal government?
My views. I think it could be run better. The country could be run better. If I thought whoever is in government is running it as much as we desire, I wouldn't need to be part of another political platform.
So you think the PDP has failed in some areas?
I didn't say they had failed. No government, they may not have performed to the level of expectation. And in any case, I have always said that this country had been bastardized by successive governments over decades. 3-4 decades of bastardization. And that if you come as a government wanting to improve things, you wouldn't be in a position to, unless you are a magician, to upturn the crisis, the chaos, the bad governance that had been done, put in place for decades. 2 years will be too small a time span to allow Nigeria to be turned the other way around.
All right. Before I allow you go, Dr. Fasehun, the ACN and the merger talks with other parties, what are your views about it?
I have never believed in mergers. Mergers have never worked in our political history.
Why do you think this particular one may not work?
Because it's an amalgam. In an amalgam, each constituent of the amalgam sustains its attributes. And if a progressive group is coming to merge with a conservative group, what do you think the country should be expecting? All right. I think the merger affair is more of personal ambition rather than sincerity to Nigerians.
On that point, I will allow you go, Dr. Frederick Fasehun, the founder of the Oodua Peoples Congress. Thank you for talking to us on politics today. We do hope that at the end of the day, when UPN is registered, we want to talk about